been waiting for. The next name that I will announce will be your new Miss Earth USA, who will be representing the USA at the international competition this fall. If, for any reason, our Miss Earth USA cannot fulfill her duties, Miss Earth USA Air will take her place. Are you ready? Me too. Your new Miss Earth USA 2021, Maine! Means your first runner-up, Miss Earth USA Air, is California. Just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. Congratulations to Alyssa Clinton, our Miss Earth USA Air, and the new Miss Earth USA 2021, Marissa Butler.
Christina Aguilera. Oh, yeah, mamita. Dale, que es la cosa bonita. Feel this moment.
Congratulations, Marissa. You will take your first walk as Miss Earth USA 2021. Congratulations to our new court and our new Miss Earth USA. At this
Yes, so my name is Lillie Davis. I am 25 years old and I am competing for Miss Earth USA. I'm Miss Kansas Earth and I live in Overland Park, Kansas.
This title is your first title, or have you competed in another system like Miss America or Miss USA, or maybe Miss Teen USA and Miss America Outstanding Teen, or another system?
Yeah, so this is my third pageant ever. So I have competed twice in the Miss USA system. Yes.
Oh. Do you want to go to this system? Why?
I love this system because when I was competing in the other system, my platform was sustainability. And that's what Miss Earth is all completely about. So it's kind of cool to just be part of a system that is completely focused on my platform in general. So that's why I decided to try Miss Earth. And I like it. It's pretty fun.
To become a Miss Earth is a dream for you?
Yes, it is. Yes. I'm very, very passionate about sustainability. So I thought it would be a great system. And I'm excited to compete for the first time in this new system. It'll be fun.
And this year, we currently have the challenge of Miss Earth 2021 in the virtual edition. Do you think a back-to-back is possible for United States?
Oh, absolutely. Marissa is doing amazing. She is doing so well. I think absolutely it'll be back to back.
We cross the finger.
Yes.
Because I think it's the best candidate for the program of Miss Earth.
Oh yes.
It's my opinion.
Oh, I completely agree. I might be biased though, but I agree.
What do you mean for you to be Miss Earth during the pandemic?
Yeah, during the pandemic, I would say, you know, as we've been inside more, and now that we're finally well, I don't know about where you're at, but in the US, we're finally able to kind of go out and do some things. So I think during the pandemic, you know, it's kind of harder to get out and do things in the community. But while you're inside, I mean, you could work on little projects, you know, like maybe cleaning out your closets and maybe getting things ready for organizing. I'm an interior designer, so I love sustainability with interior design. So for me, it's been more like, how can I make my home more earth friendly? And I just moved. I'm like this weekend, I just moved to a new apartment and I realized I have so much stuff. And I'm like, how can I declutter and, you know, be like more minimal, I guess you would say. And I feel like during the pandemic, you know, I realized, wow, I have a lot of stuff. And so I'm trying to be more minimal. And that's how I feel like, you know, Miss Earth, like she's all about sustainability, like living a zero waste life and, you know, living a sustainable life. So that's what I've been trying to do. It's kind of hard though.
I don't know. You can have a eco-friendly interior. I don't
Oh,
see.
yes. Yes. So it's kind of like a little niche, not job or like kind of part of interior design. But yeah, it's what I'm passionate about. I would say a way that you could do that is with like bringing a lot of outside in, kind of like with plants. So plants give off oxygen, which we need. So good air quality. And then also just using materials, kind of like with fashion, you know how there's fast fashion, there's also fast furniture. Yes, which is something I think a lot of people don't know, but there's a fast furniture industry as well. So just bringing in items in your home that are going to last a long time instead of, you know, something that might last a year and then you have to throw it out or hopefully donate. But, you know, so yeah, it's a very specific thing, but it's kind of cool.
Like the fashion, we have a slow furniture.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting because I don't think people think about that because I mean, clothes we wear every day and furniture, I mean, you don't buy furniture as much as clothes, but there are some things, you know, and styles change all the time. Same with furniture styles change all the time too. So kind of have to be mindful of what you're getting in your home and how long it's going to last in there too.
I learned some things today because
Yeah.
I don't know we have a slow furniture. It's the first
Uh-huh.
time from I don't know. I learned something. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yep. I feel like a lot of people don't know, but yeah.
What is your platform for this title?
So my platform is green design. So again, bringing interior design with sustainability and just trying to promote a more sustainable lifestyle in your home. Because I feel like that's where it starts. Like for me, my mom growing up, she instilled the values of living a sustainable lifestyle. And I feel like I kind of took that and just applied it to my life. I mean, I'm not perfect by any means. I don't think anyone is when it comes to being green, things like that. But I feel like it does start at home, you know, with like teaching maybe your friends and things too. Like I recycle and I'm big on that too. And some of my friends don't recycle, but they see me recycling and they're like, and then they think of me, they're like, oh, I should recycle because of you. And I'm like, yes, you should. So that's my platform is, you know, green design in your home.
What is the first action, like for the green design, you can make, everybody can make at home? An action, a first action you can make to make your design, your home more friendly, more clean.
That's a good question. I would say, oh, there's so many steps. I would say probably first thing would be, and this is so small, but I would say start replacing your plastics with more glass. Like I use glass jars instead of like Tupperware, things like that. Also with interior design in general, I would say design with everything neutral, like sofa neutral, chairs neutral, and then you can bring in color with like pillows, rugs, art. Also buy secondhand furniture if you can. I mean, I know sometimes that could get a little weird, or maybe just buy furniture that that's going to last a long time. But I think the first step would probably be start replacing your plastics with glass. I know that's more like in the kitchen. And then next step, you know, just try to design neutral. So then that way you can just bring in color and you don't have to change it out as much.
I don't think Tupperware like your sentence, because Tupperware is only in plastic.
Yes.
And if you say you must recycling plastic and for glasses, and no plastic glasses, yes, I'm not sure Tupperware is very happy with this sentence, because in France, for example, we have a lot of Tupperware. It's only in plastic, and we have not a lot. We have a little glasses for the recipient.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I would say, and you know, I still have Tupperware too, so I'm not saying that's bad. But I think, you know, you could, instead of maybe putting some of your in food in like a little plastic bin, you could just put it in a glass jar too. So you could have half and half. I feel like it's kind of hard to live minimal and sustainable too. It's just like those little small things, you know, even just replacing, you know, the use of plastic bottles with a reusable one, you know, kind of those things, just things you could reuse, because obviously Tupperware you can reuse over and over again too. As long as you're not throwing out your Tupperware, recycle it if you can. That's what I would say.
Do you think your generation, because you are not the same generation, your generation make enough to protect the planet?
I think we can, honestly, and it's getting a little scary. You know, I've been reading articles about how you know, global warming is going to become irreversible, and it terrifies me. But I have a strong belief in my generation, and you know, all generations can come together. Oops, sorry, my camera. I think all generations could come together too, but I think my generation is really just like the go-getters, and you know, I think we're gonna stop it, you know, and be more conscious moving forward for the next generation that is going to be around too. But I really think we can. I'm very hopeful. I'm very positive, because you know, it seems scary. You know, they just say it's irreversible and these bad things are going to happen, but I'm very hopeful.
On your Instagram, give you some advice to cleaning home?
Oh, yes. I repost things all the time and just try to let people be aware of things you could do around the house. And Christmas is coming up too. So I'm going to make a post about, I know, I'm so excited. I'm going to make a post about, like, you know, I feel like around Christmas time is when we tend to get so many things, you know, that we don't necessarily need. And you can gift like some sustainable gifts, like you could gift a reusable water bottle. So I'm going to be posting a lot about, you know, how to make a sustainable Christmas, because I feel like that's when we get all these things. But yeah, I do try to post as much as I can, or repost. I just recently did a reel on my Miss Kansas Earth page about moving sustainably, because I just moved. So I'm like, well, this is a great opportunity to do that. So yes, I try as much as I can. It's hard.
Your moving is a perfect example to show on your Instagram.
Yes, yep, exactly. Because I'm like, this is how you can move sustainably. I'm like, use old suitcases, and you know, use towels instead of wrapping, you know, which I still did use boxes, but I'm going to recycle the boxes, but just try to use less of it. You know, I think trying to stop using certain things is not unrealistic, but I think it's really hard, because, you know, we've grown up with plastics and with like single-use items that it's kind of hard to cut back on them. But I think slowly we can kind of do better about that too.
You competed in a beauty pageant because Miss Earth USA is a beauty pageant. What is your definition of the word beauty?
Oh, I love this question. My definition would be beauty within. I think, going out in the community and doing things that you're passionate about and just talking about something that just lights up your world. I think that is beautiful. And there's outward beauty, but that's going to fade over time. And I just think the inward beauty and just being genuine to who you are as you as a person, I just think that's beautiful.
What is your best asset to win the crown of Miss Earth USA this year?
My best asset, I would just say, just my genuine personality. I just love talking to people and getting to know people. Like, I love this. I'm so glad you're doing this for a lot of the Miss Earth contestants. I think just bringing my authentic self to the table, that would be my best asset.
Have you some contact via WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram with other candidates of this competition?
Oh yes, I try to comment on a lot of their Instagrams, or I try to message them and just be like, oh, I'm like so excited to meet you. I do know Miss Missouri Earth. I know her in person. She's one of my very best friends. But I'm so excited to get to know the other girls. I just see them, I like creep them on Instagram. I'm like, oh, they're just so amazing. And so I'm excited to meet them in person, but I try to comment as much as I can or message them and just reach out. So yeah, I've met some of them.
If you could choose your roommate, because I know you can't choose your roommate, but imagine you could choose your roommate, with which state do you want to be a roommate during the competition?
Like which women competing to win? Oh, that is hard. I'm a huge fan of Miss South Carolina. I think she's doing amazing. Miss New York. Trying to think who else I saw. Miss North Carolina. I think they're all, I love what they post on their Instagram. I think they're all very, very great contenders, but yeah, I think it's going to be tough.
Who is your favorite, your all-time favorite Miss Earth?
Definitely Andrea Jabal. I just think she is so funny and down to earth. She posted something one time about being like the oldest sibling, and I commented because I'm an older sister. I have a younger brother, and I was like, I totally get it. I'm like, I'm the same way. And she messaged me back and she was like, yes, it's so hard. I just think she's so genuine and down to earth.
With the pandemic, it's not too difficult for you to practice, to training for this competition?
It hasn't been too hard, whenever I do community service things, I do wear a mask. Some places require you to wear a mask and some places don't. It hasn't been too difficult, honestly. And hopefully I'm hopeful to see how the pageant will go. If we'll be required to wear masks and things, but I'm sure they'll be pretty safe about it. But yeah, it hasn't been too hard, luckily. I know some other countries, are still in lockdown, and still very limited, but very lucky that we haven't been as much. So
Imagine you win the crown of Miss Earth USA. Which message to women, it's specifically to women, do you want to pass during the reign?
Do I want to who I want to meet?
What is your message to women if you win the crown of
Oh,
Miss
my
Earth?
message, I would say to advocate for yourself first, and then advocate for the thing that you're passionate about with the Miss Earth title. I think definitely to be a great title holder, you just have to be so sure of yourself and so passionate about the thing that you are passionate about. Like for me, it's green design. So I would say my best message for everyone would be to just be truly authentic to yourself first, and then you can shine through with anything.
Your platform, the Green Home, Do you think it's a worldwide platform? It's a platform for Miss Earth worldwide?
I think absolutely it is, because, everyone could benefit from learning things at home first. And I think that's where it starts is being sustainable in your own home first, and then going out and doing community service projects and things like that. So I think absolutely it is universal.
You seem very busy by your occupation, your job, your family, your service. Do you think you have the time for the code of Miss Earth USA?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, I have a very hectic, busy life. I used to be involved in so many things. That's kind of slowed down. I think now the pageants are now kind of the thing that I do. So yeah, absolutely. I feel like I'm very prepared to take on the role of Miss Earth, and I would have the time for it.
You think you can manage your cone duty, your job, and your family? It's not a problem for you?
I don't think so. I think it might be tough sometimes, but I think I could absolutely do it. I'm used to dealing with like hectic schedules, here and there. So I think it would be an amazing opportunity.
Which value do you think a good Miss Earth need?
I think integrity. I think that goes for everyone. If you are just an honest and nice person, and honest with yourself first, and then honest with everyone else, and have integrity, stick with your word. Of course, things change when you have the title, and then you might have something planned, and then something might go right. But for the most part, just staying true to your word and your message. I think that's very important for a Miss Earth.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, my guilty pleasure. I would say just watching Netflix. I love movies, and I love watching shows. I just started rewatching Stranger Things again, so I'm excited for the new season. But yeah, I love just sitting down, and I do laundry too. The laundry part isn't the guilty pleasure, but I'll do laundry while I watch Netflix. I feel like that's just I just feel so cozy when I do that.
Between USA and France, we have now the same program on
Oh,
Netflix.
really?
Yes. Sometimes we have the program with the late. For example, I watch the Circle in Netflix, but the program in between France and USA, we have 3 months from some time.
Oh, that's very interesting.
It's not. I cannot watch the same season or the same program at the same time with my friends, because we have not the same program.
That's so interesting. I wish they would keep it the same, but I guess it makes sense because there's different. I mean, it appeals to different audiences and stuff. Dang.
For example, the other example is Cheers, the series of Netflix Cheers. I don't know if you have watched. We have 1 year of late between USA and France.
Huh. That's so. I did not know that. See, I learned something new today.
And for, some candidates talk about when I ask this question, the bachelorette. We have no this program in France.
You don't have the Bachelorette?
No, we have the Bachelor. We have only 2 seasons of the 3 seasons of the Bachelor, and stop. We have no Bachelor, no Bachelorette in France.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys just need to make your own Bachelorette. I bet it would be way better than ours.
I watch when I come back in United States. I try to watch a lot of programs when I go to United States, but I can't watch all.
I know there's a lot. They just keep adding them up, but that is a good show though. Dang, I'm bummed that you guys don't have all of the seasons, but you guys just need to make your own Bachelorette. You'll have your own show, but then I guess we wouldn't get it here. But
we have no Amazing Race. The program is I don't watch this program in France. The Amazing Race is and we have no the spin-off, the French spin-off of Amazing Race.
that's so interesting. I never knew that. I guess I didn't think about how it would be different for you guys,
But
or in any country.
I watch Downton Abbey
Yes.
2 years before the United States because it's an English
Yes.
program and we have the program before you.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so there's some shows that you get before. So it's like the balance. I mean, honestly, I feel like Downton Abbey is probably better than The Bachelor anyway, but I get it. The Bachelor is kind of like a guilty pleasure show too. It's just like, I don't know, it's the drama and just like so dramatic.
It's the answer of a lot of candidates at Miss World. I have interviewed some candidates at Miss World and Miss Universe, and a lot of candidates, because we have a lot of candidates stay in United States, training in United States, and when we talk about show, all candidates say Bachelorette. I must show this, I must watch this show because I never see this program.
Yeah, it's interesting. I will say I like The Bachelorette better than The Bachelor. I don't know.
No, it's not the same. I think it's not the same.
Yeah, they're very different, but
Let's go for the interview. You continue. What is the top of your bucket list?
Top of my bucket list, probably to ride in a hot air balloon. I've never done that before, and I'm actually scared of heights. I know most people want to like skydive, all those things. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't mind being up in the air, but like in a hot air balloon, that might be kind of cool. That's at the top of my list.
Are you vegan?
I am not vegan, but I do limit my meat consumption. I don't eat any meat. I still eat fish, which I would love to get better about not eating fish, but I'm not vegan. I do try to eat plant-based as much as I can. And some of the stuff, I don't know if you've tried it, but some of the stuff, it's almost freaky how much it tastes like meat. Like the Impossible Burger. I actually had an Impossible Burger today, but I was like, I had to make sure, I'm like, I had to make sure it wasn't a real burger. It wasn't, but I try to limit my meat. I'm not vegan. I give mad respect to people that are vegans. That would be very hard.
For your cosmetic, for your makeup, do you try to use eco-friendly brand?
I honestly, this is the first time I put makeup on in like a month. So I don't worry. I know it's like I'm a beauty queen, but I actually have not looked into it. I'm actually embarrassed to say I've never looked into plant-based makeup. I'm going to do that today. I have actually never thought about it. Isn't that crazy? I've never thought about that.
Because before you, I interview Miss Rhode Island Earth, and we talk about it only. I have this question come in my mind because we have some discussion about the eco-friendly brand of makeup or cosmetic, and it's very interesting because I don't use makeup for me, and I don't know we have a vegan brand, eco-friendly brand in makeup. It's for me, it's a new world.
Yeah, I've actually never thought about it. I do try to use like cruelty-free, but I guess I don't know if those would be eco-friendly. I guess they would be if they would be vegan, but I haven't looked into like, I know they probably make plant-based makeup. Now I want to look into that. I might message her and be like, what brands do you use? Because I need to do that.
You represent Kansas. What do you like the most in your state?
So we are known for sunflower fields and they're beautiful. They the closest ones to me, I would say would be about 40 minutes. But yeah, the sunflower fields, they're so beautiful. They're great to take pictures.
Which places I must visit if I come in Kansas?
Oh, let me think. I'm trying to think of like Kansas City staples. So we're really well known for the Chiefs football. Football is huge here. It's kind of cool because the whole city and the metro area, it's just like a universal, it brings everyone together, is the Chiefs. So that I would say that would be the number one. I'm also a soccer fan. So I like Sporting Kansas City. They're our soccer team here. I would say those would be the two must-haves. And then other than that, I'm trying to think of food that is known for Kansas City. I'm trying to think. I don't know. There's so many great restaurants. There's a lot of breakfast places too. I would say that. A lot of really pretty parks as well. I would say those would be the top to visit.
For me, Kansas is only the rodeo.
Is what?
I have a discovery, but I have the discovery of your state by the rodeo.
Oh, okay.
And for me, when somebody talk me about Kansas, I think only the rodeo.
Wait, what was it?
I
Oh, rodeo. I don't know if we have rodeos really. That's so funny. I like knowing what other people think about us. That is so funny. I will say there is a lot of flat land too. Like we have corn mazes too. But it depends where you're at. The Midwest is very interesting. Like there's a lot of cities and there could be rodeos. I don't personally attend rodeos. There could be. There probably is.
I think it's because your state have a lot of Miss Rodeo America.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of girls from Kansas was being crowned in Miss Rodeo America. I think it's for me it's the association.
It's like you're connected. Yeah, that's all you think about. That is so funny. Actually, I could see that. There's a lot of agriculture here too in the Midwest.
Yes.
And a lot of people have horses too. So that's probably why you think of that. That's so funny.
And in United States, we have Miss Agriculture USA and Miss Agriculture America. And I think, but I'm not sure, this year Miss Kansas is Miss Agriculture America.
Oh, well, it makes sense. It makes sense because we're known for rodeos. That's so funny. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I know. I think it's because I personally don't. I'm not very country. I'm a very city girl, so that's probably why. But I know there's, but there's a lot of agriculture here though. So there's a lot of corn. There's a lot of farms. I think I kind of forget about that because I don't think about it. But yeah, that's funny. That's funny that you think about that.
Yes. And for me, because I'm not American, I am French by birth. I live between two continents, and I have some connection. A state is rodeo. Florida is Miss USA. I don't know why. It's some connection. Florida is Disney World. The connection
so
in my
funny.
mind is special for a moment.
So it's kind of like whenever you think of something, then you just connect it to something else. I guess I do that too. That's so funny.
Idaho is potatoes.
It's what?
Idaho is connected with the potatoes.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's funny how your brain works that way.
Who is the most influential person in your life?
So definitely my mom, and it would be because, and I know, I mean, moms are so influential, but for me personally, my mom, so I'm actually, she's from Mexico, so I'm Mexican American. Yeah, so she immigrated here when she was, I think, 20 years old, but she is all about sustainability. Like her whole life, like she is like the epitome of sustainability. So I think growing up, like she has influenced me the most with living green, you know, like I just made a post to on my Miss Kansas Earth page, but about I went to go visit them was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. I went to go visit my parents. They live about 4 hours from where I live. I went to go visit them. And my dad had, well, she's had it for a while, but she has a greenhouse that my dad built, and he built it from all sustainable materials. She also has her own garden. You know, she always eats super healthy, organic, things like that. So I think that's why she's been the most influential to me, because I have learned those things from my mom that I have carried on in my life too.
And what is the reaction of your parents when you say, "I won the crown of Miss Kansas Earth"?
My reaction, it was incredible. You know, I'm excited for the platform that Miss Earth has. Like I said, because I've always been passionate about sustainability. So it was a great moment, you know, when I accepted the title, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like this is an organization that fits my values.
And the reaction of your parents, of your mom, of your dad to this
Yeah,
title.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they've instilled those values in me. So it's kind of like now I'm using that and sending a message to other people, not just the younger generation, but mostly people my age too, that just don't think about the things that they could do to make the earth a little better.
And which item is wow, amazing in your purse?
In my purse, it's not super amazing, but chapstick. It's really dry here now. It's really dry here, and I have to have chapstick now, like every day. So that is just like that's like my little friend with me every day. But yeah, it's not too amazing, but it is amazing when it's dry outside and I need it.
Which item you have always in your purse and you cannot leave your house without?
Whew. I would say mascara. That's also very funny. It's like two beauty products, or hand sanitizer too. Like sometimes, yeah, sometimes I really need that. And I carry around this little pouch in my bag, and it's like an emergency kit, but it has like chapstick, mascara in case I forget to put it on one day. And it has, I don't know what else, it has floss in there. It just has the most random stuff in there, but mostly the chapstick is what I really need nowadays, and the mascara.
Are you excited by this competition in January?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. It's getting so close. It's in January, so 2 months away, just prepping away. But yeah, I'm so excited. I haven't competed at a national level. I've only competed at a state level. So I'm excited to go on to a national pageant.
Do you think this title, if you don't win the crown of Miss Earth, is your last title?
Oh no, absolutely not. I think pageants are so amazing because it's like you get to be glam and you get to feel beautiful in all these different ways, but you also get to give back to the community and I feel like also you learn so much about yourself too. I've learned so much about myself and what I truly am passionate about in my life, moving forward, like way past pageants too. And you just discover what you want to do with your life. You discover just all kinds of things. I see your cat. Do you have a cat?
Oh, I have 8 cats, 9 cats now in my house.
Oh, so cute.
It's a Bagheera.
Oh, hello.
It's a female. It's a young female. She has
Oh,
only
cute.
1 year.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yes. And in pageantry, what is for you the supreme goal?
The ultimate goal, the only ultimate goal would be to win and go on to, you know, worldwide pageant. I would love for it to be with Miss Earth. I would love to be Miss Earth USA one day, because like I mentioned, that is what I'm passionate about the most, is sustainability. But even if I don't accomplish that, I think my goal is to just come out of it better than I did the year before. I feel like every year that I do it, I just come out learning so much more about myself and just feeling so empowered to do it as well. And I love meeting new people too. I don't have too many friends in my personal life, so I feel like pageantry is just you're put together with like-minded women, and I just think it's cool to make other friends from different states too, you know, and we just connect via Instagram and things like that.
I have interviewed Mrs. Virginia America for the pageant of Miss America, and she said me, because she is a spoon of military, she moved a lot, 9 times in 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. And she said me, with the pageantry, I have a friend in a lot of states, and when I arrive in your state, I have already friends.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's so cool. And you know, you get to learn about different states as well, because I've primarily lived in the Midwest all of my life. So it's cool to see you know, like some people in the South have like accents, and that's kind of cool to see, and just different things that they do in their community too. The weather, you know, that is incredible that you have a friend in other states, and that's cool.
Yes, and she hoped to win the crown of Mrs. America, to go to Mrs. World and have a friend in the world.
Yeah, exactly. I know that would be, you know, that would be the ultimate goal, because then I would have friends in other countries, and that would just be incredible. And then I could go visit them in all the different cool countries. So
I have a question about social media, because you use a lot of social media to promote your platform, to promote your journey, and to have some contact with your community. What do you think about the power of social media today?
the power of sustainability.
The power, because some people like me think the power of social media is very dangerous today,
Mhm.
because we don't know who is behind your screen. You
Mhm.
don't know, you have some discrimination, we have
Mhm.
the body shaming, and the young generation live with the social media, and
Mhm.
social media is not the reality. It's only a false reality. For me, it's my opinion.
Mhm.
And what do you think about the power of social media today?
You know, I think I struggle with it a lot, honestly, because I feel like I go on there and you know, sometimes I compare myself to other people. It's like you have to take the bad with the good, but I think for the most part, you kind of have to limit yourself and be aware of your limitations on being on social media, because it could be very hurtful. But if you use it in a positive way, and in a way to where you can, you know, use it as a platform to reach out to people, and you know, communicate and network with other people. I think it's great, but I think also it comes with, you have to know your limits and your boundaries with being on social media. And that's something that it's hard. I mean, I struggle with it a lot because I get on there and I have to take breaks because I'm like, I can't keep comparing myself to these people because I'm one person, and you know, there's only one of me, and I can't compare myself to all these people. And it kind of scares me for the future generation because, like you mentioned, they are growing up with social media and that's kind of all they know. And people can be mean on there too. I sometimes, I probably shouldn't do this, and I think this is what does it, but sometimes I read the comments on things and they're so mean, and I try to be nice. I'm like, you know, I try to be like, you know, like, maybe try to be positive about this or something. I don't think it does anything because I think people are just trolls on social media, but I think definitely limiting yourself is a big part of it. And I hope the future generation, you know, takes some of that, but then also they're so good at it and they're on it all the time, and for different reasons, you know? So yeah, it's a lot.
I am not the same generation of you because I see the foundation of social media. I lived during my childhood without social media. For me, I know the social media at the beginning of my life of adult.
Yeah,
I have not the same relation with the social media because I can live without. It's not a problem
because
for me.
because you had it, and that's where it gets hard too, because I think I was in high school or maybe middle school when it was introduced to me. But I feel like nowadays it's like 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds are introduced to social media, and it's like, oh, I don't know, that to me is difficult to live with, but you know.
Well, for a young generation, when you say no social media during one day, the generation is desperate.
Yeah,
Living without social media is impossible for this generation.
I know, and it is scary, and that's why I try to be, you know, better about it. It's almost like we're addicted to it. It's terrifying. It is. It's like, it's good, but it's bad because it is a way. I mean, you can connect with so many people and you can spread a platform in a positive way, but at the same time, you have to be mindful of how long you're on there, and you can't just be on there all the time, you know? So yeah, it's a struggle. I would say just be positive, and just like I mentioned, be true to yourself. I think that is so important. And that's something that through the journey of pageantry, I have learned. Just be true to yourself, know who you are on the inside out, and just be a nice person. That's what I would say to my fans. And thank you so much for being a fan of me. I don't know if I have very many fans, but shout out to the few.
You have a lot of fun, I'm sure. You have a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.